Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Motherhood on the Move with yours truly, Brittany Nettles. I am going camera off today because I still want to show up for you, show up for myself, but I do not want to show up on camera because my face is popping with pimples, looks like a pepperoni pizza, alliteration. I am 20 weeks pregnant. I am hella stressed from my home renovation project, but I still want to show up and I still want to record. So we are marching forward. We are going camera off and we are going to chat a bit today, yap, if you will. And how symbolic is that? It is March. It is Women's History Month. We are going to have some claps for Women's History Month. We are going to give claps to me for showing up. We are going to give claps to you for showing up, and perhaps some additional claps for doing whatever it is that you're doing today that is hard, uncomfortable, or consistent. We want to celebrate it all because we celebrate everything here at Motherhood on the Move. So, Women's History Month, it's a great time to reflect and think about and recognize and honor the often overlooked contributions and achievements and the overall impact that women have had throughout U.S. history. We're not going to have a history lesson today, but I just wanted to take a pause and recognize that it is March and we are going to highlight some incredible women this month. I am going to have some guests on and we are going to chat about some really fun topics, personal, professional, and we're going to have a good month ahead. So keep that in mind. I will do some teasers over the next few weeks and give everyone something to look forward to because I know I certainly am looking forward to it. So today, I'm keeping it short. I'm keeping it sweet. Everybody is busy these days. My goal is to always make these episodes accessible and something that you can listen to in one sitting, one car ride perhaps, when you're dropping off the kids, running an errand, running to your favorite cafe, which I'm going to do after this because I need a latte and hashtag treat yourself. So today's topic is some things that help me stay sane. A lot of people ask me how I do everything. I certainly don't do it alone. Spoiler alert. And I think I introduced that thought and topic in my very first few episodes, if not my very first episode. So I narrowed down a few of my favorite life hacks, a few of my favorite things that keep me afloat and feeling good throughout the day. So the first thing that I've started doing recently, because especially being pregnant, my belly is growing, my body is changing, and nothing in my wardrobe fits comfortably or is flattering at the moment besides sweatpants. And I can't look like Adam Sandler all day long, nor can I show up like Adam Sandler to a listing appointment. So when those times and days are appropriate, they're certainly not for every day. And when I need something to feel good and keep my wardrobe fresh and fitting, I turn to Nuuly. So I recently subscribed to Nuuly. I used to be a Rent the Runway girly, but I found that Nuuly, it's a Philadelphia-based company, they have some great selections. So if you find yourself getting bored with your wardrobe, maybe don't want to spend an arm and a leg on something new, or maybe something that is completely seasonal, right? I'm not pregnant all year round. I mean, at least 9 months, but I'm not pregnant all the time. So I want something that is flexible, versatile, and fresh. Nuuly has been it. It's very affordable, in my opinion. It's better than dropping $125 per month on new articles of clothing, and maybe you only get 2 pieces of clothing, or maybe 1 pair of jeans, and whatever that may be, whatever your budget may be. But Nuuly has been great. I love it. And I look forward to it every other week is about when I rotate. I used to love Rent the Runway, but I found that some of their fashion just wasn't aligned with mine. And Nuuly, I kept getting Nuuly ads, and I found that they just had a lot more maternity options. So they hooked me on their maternity options, but I do see that they have a lot more lines that I typically gravitate towards. So maybe you will too. Check out Nuuly. This is not sponsored or an advertisement, by the way. Make that abundantly clear, just sharing the wealth. But if you want a discount code and want to take Nuuly for a spin, try share.nuuly/Brittany6585. That'll get you some money off. So go shopping online, pick out some really nice clothes, and let me know what you think. The next thing, my favorite life hack, is movement. Strong Moms in Yardley. They're also opening up a second location in Wrightstown. Very excited for that. But the Strong Mom community, the movement, both daily and weekly with them, has been transformational for me, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. And as a mom, it's the most inclusive community I've been a part of in a very long time, especially in this season of my life. I need a lot of support, and a lot of support comes in many forms. I have my nanny at home. I have an incredibly supportive husband. Those two really run point on everything when I'm not physically running point on Teddy and other chores. The strong mom community has lifted me and held me in ways that just many folks can't, because they just don't get it, and they're not mothers, or they're not going through the same thing, or struggling through challenges that moms, especially new moms, struggle through. So a supportive community, if you can find one, whether that's a run club, rock climbing club, something that just gets you out and moving your body, but more importantly is doing it alongside other people. I always used to be a lone ranger, a lone wolf, and I thought that I could never be a part of a group gym or a class because I just liked to do my own workouts. Once I found Strong Moms, it was just game over. They hooked me, they brought me in, and they just spoke a language that I didn't know anybody else could speak. So it's just so inclusive and so collaborative. And the group chat is always popping off. I'm so behind on the group chat. I can never keep up. But if you can find your tribe, I know that sounds cliche, do it, find it. Strong Moms is a great one in Bucks County. They have a Yardley location. And again, they're opening up a Wrightstown location very soon, which is going to be a co-working space. It is going to be not a child care facility, but have a child care area, which is going to be really nice so that moms can get their movement in. There's going to be coffee. Of course, if you have coffee, the moms will come, among many other things. So again, not a sponsorship, not an ad, just a women-owned business and a local one that I literally subscribe to and am fiercely loyal to and benefit tremendously from. Another one of my favorite things, I've been getting up bonkers early. And I don't know if this is because of baby girl and her little schedule, but I have been up at the butt crack of dawn every single day between 4 and 4:30. And it doesn't mean that I get out of bed. Some days I do, but I think I'm also training my body to just really like the early mornings, especially right now. On the days that I don't have childcare, I especially need the mornings to get my really time sensitive or really thought intensive work done. And if you know me, you're typically getting emails from me between 5 and 6 a.m. I'm up, bright eyed and bushy tailed, and I am hitting the ground running, and I am working on all my tasks, clearing out my CRM, getting clients set up for the day, working and preparing for listing appointments. I am doing everything I can. And I'm also typically getting at least 20 minutes of movement in. Old Brittany would have been like 20 minutes. I'm not working out at all then, but new age Brittany says 20 minutes is plenty sufficient to either do some stretching, get some walking, lift some weights. On the days that I go to said Strong Moms, I'm in there for about 45 minutes. So I have one really heavy day, and then one day typically outside I'm running, but at least 20 minutes of my morning I bake in some movement, and that's been really helpful. So early mornings are just for me, and I think that's why they're so pure and so productive and so purposeful. And I really like to preserve them. My husband jokes and calls me Jocko Willink to anybody. He always says it's living with a Navy SEAL, which is not untrue. But yeah, I'm also just not a night owl, so I typically put my son to sleep around 7:38, and I'll like fall asleep with him. Again, blame it on the pregnancy. I wasn't doing that before I was pregnant, but now I am, and it's just become my routine. So I'm really enjoying it. It's nurturing me, it's supporting me, and it's getting me where I need to go, and also just giving me clarity during the day when I need it. Another thing that's working for me is a really good skincare routine. I used to be a Coco Kind girly, and I still like Coco Kind. I love how clean their skincare line is. Almost every product that they have is pregnancy friendly, which I've been investigating like mad. But I've recently moved over to something a little bit more powerful. I feel like this line, Dermatology, if you know it, then you know what I'm talking about. I feel like it's got a little bit of horsepower to it. There's a few more things like exfoliating pads and this acne serum that I really like. 'Cause again, acne has just been the bane of my existence this pregnancy. I think the old wives' tale is that boys give and girls take. Teddy, I didn't have any of these blemishes, and maybe I just chalk it up to a little bit of additional stress with my house in flux at the moment, which I will give you an update on, by the way. We are making true progress, and in the next 2 weeks, I should actually have a finished house, so that's good. Anyway, I needed something with a little bit more strength and something that was a little bit more fierce. So I tried out Dermatology and I still like their ingredients. It's as clean as it gets. And I also really like some of their additional products like under eye masks. They have some caffeine in them. If you're interested, I'm more than happy to drop you some of my favorite products that I use in the rotation. So I do that in the morning and I do that in the evening, kind of like the closing shift and the opening shift on my house. I have my mornings for me in that I do my morning skincare and my closing shift for the evening when I put away all of Teddy's toys, close up the house, turn off the lights, tidy a bit so the house is not in shambles when I wake up. I also include doing my skincare as a part of my closing shift routine. So if you haven't at least adopted a skincare routine or something that just really makes you feel good and that you look forward to, more importantly, do I look forward to it every day? No. Is it a chore some nights? Sure. Some days I just want to go to bed. But if I go to bed without doing my skincare and brushing my teeth, I am just not a happy camper, nor is my skin. So put that on your to-do list if you haven't been doing that already. Check out Dermatology. They have a great line. And I also still like using the Cocoa Kind skincare as well. And then lastly, my favorite life hack right now is my email inbox. It's so simple and it seems like a stupid thing to even include in like my list of my favorites at the moment. But if I didn't have my email, I literally wouldn't survive and I wouldn't remember a goddamn thing. My inbox, if I have something to do, I shoot myself an email. If I need something from somebody, I fire off an email. If I read something and I can't get to it right now, I leave it as an unread message. It's at the top of my inbox. I pin all my unread emails and it acts as my ongoing honey-do list. So if you haven't been utilizing your email in that way, I implore you to do so because it just keeps you so organized. I am not the kind of person I wish I was because I love a good agenda, but I'm not the person to write down my ongoing task list. I have my notes app in my phone and I have text messages and I have my own little systems, but if I have too many things in different places, then it gets messy and the job doesn't get done. So I lean on my email. I use Boomerang when I need to, but mostly I keep my system so simple between my CRM, which is on the sales side, on the business side, making sure everybody gets taken care of for business. But my inbox between work and life, I utilize that thing and leverage it like you wouldn't believe. So Gmail, love you. Gemini, I've adopted you too. A little bit of AI never hurt anyone, but I'm not really a big AI adopter. My husband, he keeps telling me I need to use it more, but the stubborn in me, one, kind of refuses to take on a new thing right now, but two, I'm not a big AI supporter in general. I want humans. I want people to not be stupefied by AI and all the work it's doing for you. So I try to stay creative without AI, but I do adopt it here and there to help summarize and simplify things every day. So that's my list. They're my things that really make me feel like a happier human right now. We have so many things going on. Again, construction at my house is still underway. A little update on that. We are getting cabinets installed. We have stone going in, meaning countertop today. We have landscapers outside taking down trees. We have our contractor coming in to do some final punch list items. We are finishing up our powder room. We are redoing some tile in our hall bathroom, which was necessary. I'm not looking forward to it because it's just a little bit more dust on the second floor, which I thought we were done with, but we want to redo it just because our previous Bobo contractor, go back and listen to my Contractor Chronicle episode and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, but the tile work ain't pretty. So there's a lot of things that we can't unsee. So we're redoing now. And we also it worked out because we found a tile that we liked much more that works better for the kids and guests and stuff like that. So it's all good. But we will be working on that shortly. We get appliances on Thursday. And then we are rocking and rolling. I am going to make a meal in my kitchen within the next 7 days, y'all. That is really something that I'm looking forward to. But in the meantime, I'm using these little things daily to help me stay afloat, give me something to look forward to, and more importantly, stay sane. I would love to chat more about any of my favorite life hacks. I would love to know some of yours. If any of this resonated with anyone, please reach out, drop a comment, send me a DM. I'm a chatty Cathy, would love to yap with you in person or online. So that's all I got for this week. Short and sweet, right to the point, and look forward to chatting next week. Hopefully we'll have our guest on. If not, we'll definitely have it in 2 weeks. And happy Women's History Month, gang.